Alright, so one thing that I do want to show you all how to do are setting up layouts in your Next.js application. So with layouts, you can think of it like a custom template that's reusable across all pages or just selected pages. So for example, let's say if every single page you want to display the same exact nav bar, the same exact footer, the same exact sidebar, you can create a custom layout and do that. So you don't have to manually render out the same exact components on every single page by yourself. You just have the layout take care of it for you. So how do we do that? Well, before I create a custom layout, let's go inside this underscore app.tsx file. And what we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and wrap this component in between a div, and I want to just show you how this works if I add a nav bar. And if I were to go to any page right now, if I refresh, you're going to see that on the top over here, I have a nav bar. And I can style this up. I can go ahead and give it a height. Maybe I'll do padding of 20 pixels top and bottom, 25 pixels left and right, and then give it a border on the bottom of 1 pixel solid white. And we can pretend like this is some, custom nav bar that we're building. Okay, now if I go to every single page, if I go to blogs, I'm going to see the nav bar. If I go to the home page, I'm going to see the nav bar as well, right? I can also add literally anything I want. If I want to add a footer, I could do that as well. So if I scroll down, I should see the footer right down over here. If I go to any other page in my application, this layout is going to be applied, globally to all pages. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a custom component. And just for tutorial purposes, I'm just going to create the component up top over here. But what you could do is just create a separate folder called components and then put that component into its own file and then import it. Okay, but I'm going to create a function called layout. Okay, and this function is going to take in a React node, or really just it's really just a React element. Okay. So I'm going to type annotate this as a React element. So not React node, but React element. Okay. And we're going to return some JSX. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a fragment, and we can literally return anything we want in here. So I can take this nav bar, and I can put that inside this fragment. I can take this footer, put that inside this fragment. But then what's most important is that I need to make sure that I'm actually rendering out the React element. And in that case, it's actually going to be the actual page. Because remember, this inside this app, this underscore app.tsx file, inside this function, my app, you can think of this like the root level, like the root app, container, right? This function takes care of taking all of the pages that are inside this pages folder, and it's just going to return it and then pass in all the props, and then Next will render it out for you on each individual page. Okay, so in other words, it's also known as a high ordered component, because that's what it does. It takes in a component and it returns another one. So what we can do now is let's get rid of this div. Let's copy this and delete that, and let's go ahead and render the layout. And inside the layout, we'll pass in this component, and you're gonna see that if I refresh, I'm gonna have let's see what's going on. Oh wait, we also need to make sure we render out the children node, which is this children prop over here. So I'm gonna use a main tag and then wrap children inside there, and now we have our page. Like every single content that's rendered on the user's page is literally in between our nav bar and footer. So we have our custom layout working. If I go to the blogs page, you're going to see I have the nav bar, I have the footer. Let me style the footer a little bit too. I'll just go ahead and use inline CSS for now, just for tutorial purposes. Okay, but you can see that I have the nav bar and I have the footer. Okay, pretty cool stuff. Okay, you can just create a very simple layout or more complicated layout based off of what you want to do. Now, there's also another thing that we could do, and it's called per page layout. Okay, And so essentially, let's say if you have a very large application and different parts of your app should have different layouts, right? You can do that. So I'll show you how to do that. So let's go into, let's see, I'll go into my users page, okay? And what we need to do is we need to go ahead and attach a property onto this user page component called get layout. And this get layout property is just going to have the value of a function that takes in the page. And the type of that page is just React element. So we'll type annotate it as that. And this function is just going to return JSX. It's just going to return our layout, right? So the same thing that we did inside this layout over here, right? That's essentially what we're doing here, okay? So what I can do is I can just return a custom layout, whatever I want. So I'll return a fragment and I'll wrap, what I'll do is I'll wrap an H1 and I'll just say users layout, okay? And then I'll use, let's see, I'll use a fragment to interpolate and render out the page itself. And I'll just go ahead and add a custom footer at the bottom and just say users page. Okay, now we're getting this type error. And the reason why is because we are using a functional, or not functional, an arrow function, and we are type annotating this user page. If I remove that, it'll go away, but then you'll get this type annotation issue. So how do we fix this the TypeScript way? Well, what you could do is you can actually create a custom prop. So I'll do that real quick. So I'll create a custom prop. I'll call this, or not custom prop, but custom type. I'll call this user page with layout. And this is just going to be a next page. And I'll type annotate that with our props. Whoops, wait, hold on. It's sorry. And then we'll go ahead and pass in get layout as a prop, or not prop, as a property. And the type for this get layout property is going to be a function that returns a React node. And the parameter is just going to be page, which is a React element. So now what I can do is I can take this type and I can use that to type annotate our component. And now we can get the get layout property. Okay, and we have no linting issues, and we could get the props just fine. Okay, another thing that you could do is instead of using an arrow function, you could just use like a regular non-arrow function, so just a regular function. So if I go into the blogs, and we'll do that for the blogs page as well. Okay, you can see that inside the blogs page, I have just a regular function. Okay, and what I could do is I can just do blogs page.get layout. Okay, and let me go ahead and take the page, and let me return a custom layout as well. So I'll just copy and paste the same thing inside here, and I'll just call this blogs layout, render the page itself, and then we'll change the footer up. Okay, so that's nice. So now, in order to actually get the custom layout to work, we need to go back into app.tsx, because right now we still have our original layout that's rendering for all the pages, right? But I want to get the actual custom layout. So how do I do that? Well, what we're going to do is inside this underscore app.tsx file, we're going to need to actually call this get layout function that we attached to the component itself. Because remember, these user page, this blog page, these exports, they're really just components, right? And we attached a function called get layout. So what we could do is inside this my app function, we want to go ahead and call that get layout function. Okay, but remember, not every single page is going to have a custom layout. So we also want to make sure that if the page does not have a custom layout, we can either apply no layout or a default layout. Okay, so for example, inside here, I'll go ahead and create a variable called called call it get layout. And I'm going to reference component.getLayout. So this component itself is actually the next page. But since we are type annotating this with the next out of the box app props type, it doesn't actually recognize this get layout property. It says it doesn't exist. So we're going to have to create some custom types to actually get this to work. Okay, and this is actually literally from the Next.js docs. So if you want more information, feel free to check this out. Okay, just go to the Next.js docs, basic features, click on layouts, and you'll see the same exact stuff. Okay, so what we're essentially going to do is we're going to go ahead and reference get layout, which is a function, right? And now if it's undefined, because remember, not every single page is going to have a custom layout, we're going to go ahead and use the question mark operator. And this question mark operator is also known as the nullish coalescing operator. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And basically all it does is it just returns the right-hand side when the left-hand side evaluates to a falsy value, or so like for example something like null or undefined, which is falsy value. Okay, you can read more about that over here on the MDN web docs. Just Google nullish coalescing operator, which is the question mark operator. Okay, just wanted to point that out. Okay, so what do we want to actually return? Well, if there's no custom layout that's applied to the page itself, then all we'll do is we'll just return a function that just returns the page itself. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. So what we're gonna do now is to get this to work. Well, first we need to create custom types. So first, let me go ahead and create a custom type, and we'll call this next page with layout. And this is just going to be next page joined together with a custom type that has this get layout prop. Okay, so similar to what we did inside this user page with layout. Okay, so and remember this could also be undefined too, so that's why we're specifying the question mark operator, because it could also be undefined. So this is just gonna take in this function is just going to take in a React element and return a React node. So we got to create this custom type. Oh, let me import React node up top. Okay, and let's create another type called app props with layout, and this is just going to join together app props, which is from the next app module, and we're going to create a custom type that has component, and we're going to type annotate component as next page with layout. So we're just taking the default next page, we're joining it with a custom type that has get layout, and then we're creating a type with those two together. So now we can take app props with layout, instead of type annotating these props over here as app props, right? We'll type annotate that as app props with layout. So that way this component now actually has the get layout function on it, and that's why, and now you can see the error goes away. Okay, so this get layout is going to be a function, because that's what it is, right? We're referencing component.getLayout. We're not calling it, we're just referencing it. We're checking to see if this is actually truthy. If it's not, we're just going to return a function that literally just takes in the page and it just returns the page itself. That's all it does, which literally is no layout. You can also just make this to return a default layout like what we have up top over here. So first, let's go ahead and remove these tags, and we're just going to go ahead and call get layout and pass in component. Okay, and this is just going to return JSX, and it's going to be rendered out. So let's go and to our pages. So now you're going to see that on the blogs page, I have a custom blogs layout. If I go to the users page, I have a users layout. If I go to the base page, you're going to see that I have no layout. But let's go ahead and make it so that it returns a default layout. And we can just do that easily inside this right-hand side function that is being returned. So let's take this custom layout that we created earlier, and we'll just return that and wrap the page inside there, or interpolate the page so it renders it out in between the layout. So now on the default page, on the base page, the home page, we can see that since this home page does not have its own custom layout, because if we look inside index.tsx, right, this home page does not have the get layout property at all. So we just return a custom layout. Okay, and that's pretty much how it's done. So hopefully this all made sense. I know it was a really long video, but I just wanted to cover layouts so that way you all will be able to understand what it is, how to do it in TypeScript. And again, if you're using JavaScript, you don't have to worry about creating all these custom types. You can just easily attach the properties without having to worry about it and call it a day. So that's going to be pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.